tapped out to pro wrestling, a new revolutionary force in wrestling YouTube videos.
Good morning, everybody. It's really early in the morning. It is 5:49 at the moment. And I'm just starting my day. Recently, a lot lately, I've been waking up very early in the morning. Every day, I've been waking up at 4 a.m. and people have told me for the longest time that, waking up early, it's stupid. People have told me for the longest time that waking up early is really good for you. And I always thought it was just the dumbest thing. I was like, who would want to wake up early? It must suck waking up early, but literally every day that I've woken up at 4 a.m. has gotten so much easier and easier. I love it. I really enjoy it. So, we got a lot we're doing today. So let's get into it.
All right, guys. So as I was saying a second ago, we have a lot that we have to get done today. My son of a bitch. Jesus. Anyway, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, we have a lot that we have to get done today. But before anything else, guys, we have two packages here that obviously one I've already teared into a little bit. Maybe I could raise the tripod a little bit too here. As I was saying, we got two packages from extremesets.com. And folks, ladies and gentlemen, mother lovers, we have the old school, it's the, what is it called? The Retro Arena Pop-Up Diorama 1/12 scale. So we're gonna go ahead and set this thing up right now, or at least try to. Last night I was trying to, and guys, I'm not gonna lie, I was doing a terrible job. I had no idea what I was doing yesterday. So we're gonna try to do this the best that we can. We do have the instructions, they are in here. It's just for some reason, my dumb self can't follow them. I'm not even gonna lie though. The instructions are kind of very, what's the word? They don't give you much. They just show you pictures and they don't tell you exactly what to do with anything. They're kind of just like, they show the picture and what to do with it. The very first page, they give you, a list of what you have. This is everything that comes with it here. This is everything that you get in the box. And then they don't show you on the instructions the name of the pieces you're putting together. They just show you the description and what you're supposed to do with it and show you a picture of what the thing is. But for some reason, it's just really tough for me. So hopefully today, spreading it out and looking at it will help me, a little bit easier here. All right, let's do this. after all that, we got one side done. And look at how freaking big this thing is. I mean, the video more than likely does not do this thing justice. This thing is gigantic. It is huge, guys. Just taking a look there. Wow, man. This is so freaking cool. Well, I'm going to go ahead and build the other half, but I'm going to do that off camera, and then we're going to get into the second part of this video where we go ahead and we clean my room. So yeah, let me get on that.
Right when I turned the camera around, I heard a really loud gunshot. As you could see, pure wonderland out here. So I took a break from everything so that I can enjoy the winter air for a few minutes, you know, enjoying this lovely winter wonderland. But, yeah, eventually I'm going to go back in and we have to get on to, you know, fixing up my room and making it look better. So, yeah, see you when we do that. Holy, after all of that, we finally got done everything we wanted to do. Let me show you everything that I added to the room. I still got to clean this up, and that's something we're probably going to do in another video, but here is pretty much everything I've added in the room here. So I don't think I've shown this off yet, all my various sharks and John Tentas, but then we got the displayers there that will be pulled out more whenever I do videos. I threw these boxes up on the door there. Some pictures up on the wall, as well as Sabrina Carpenter, the CD. We got that Sid magazine that I got up there, that box. But then you come over here and take a look at this. Wow. I threw all those photos that I had in the last room up on the wall. So there's some there. There's some there. Like, we got a lot now added to the arena. And the arena itself, I was finally able to make it work after a little bit of, you know, I don't even know what you would call it. Redneck fixing up. But we threw some of my other characters in there too. So there's that. Blanca, boom. The dinosaurs. Andy Kaufman, were you? The Godfather. Yeah, just a bunch of random stuff here. And then down there. I want to get some lights so you could see these guys a little better, but yeah, there we go. That is the little corner that I'm going to be doing videos in.
Good morning, guys, and welcome to yet another vlog. I got a bunch of things that I got to get done today, and I'm going to be having you guys tag along for the ride. But not only that, tonight is a very important, special night for a lot of wrestling fans. Tonight is John Cena's last match. So, of course, you know, we're going to be watching that, and I'm going to keep you guys with me while we watch that. But yeah, right now I am getting ready to go to our first stop for my various Christmas shopping. So let's go do it. At our first Target of the day, we got some AEW kill switch there. Take a look at that. Jey Uso. Oh, wow. Swerve Strickland. Up here, Willow Nightingale, Christian. We got there another Christian, Ricky Saves, Legends, some new elites, new basics, Ultimate Edition Uncle Howdy, and Tiffany Stratton. So, pretty successful Target run, I would say. The batteries on my key fob just died, so that's sick. But ton of Kurt Angles.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, I didn't even see that. I've had a couple takes of this. I've literally just been sitting here having like 3, 4, 5 different takes of just this shot. And it's because this has been something that I've been having a hard time talking about on this channel for a while now. There's an obvious elephant in the room that I feel like we need to bring up, because one day somebody's going to be like, hey, Bryce, whatever happened to this? And I'm just not going to have an answer for you. Even now, I don't feel like I have a full answer for you. But I want to give you guys at least some type of closure as to why things happen the way they did in this sense. So as some of you may know, I was wrestling for DCW for a little while, and I became the DCW World Champion right before I was no longer wrestling for them. Now, I know that's the part where everybody's kind of scratching their head and going, wait, what do you mean you're no longer wrestling for them? Yes, I am no longer wrestling for DCW. I haven't been wrestling for DCW in a couple months now. Myself and Danny Vallow both left DCW. We've left DCW about like 20 times now. It's insane. We've come back and left like 20 times now, and I can promise you this is going to be the last time. One main issue that we were constantly told we would not have to worry about anymore is whining. As silly as it may seem, whining. The very first time we left, it was because we got sick of the owner whining about the fact that it was raining outside for our shows. There was way more to it than that. The owner had some obvious glaring issues that he needed to fix, and I will say this much, he did fix that much, but not by much. I can promise you that. But anyway, so that was the first time we left. The second time we left, it was kind of just everybody feeling like they were done with it. You know, that the second time we left was kind of just everybody being like, yeah, this really isn't for us. You know, one of the huge things was them buying a boxing ring. Now, I know we've talked about it on Internet Vids and Backbreakers in the past, but the owner, Eclipse, his solution to, hey guys, we don't have a ring now, was let's buy a legitimate professional boxing ring. Now, if you guys at home have even the slightest bit of common sense, you would know that boxing ring and wrestling rings are very different. Not only in the sense of, oh, they have 4 ropes and wrestling rings have 3. No. They're a lot harder than a wrestling ring. You cannot just fall in a boxing ring and be fine. No, if you fall in a boxing ring, like there's a reason you don't leave your feet to fall in a boxing ring. Yes, you will fall back and get knocked out and fall on your back, but your feet will still be on the ground as you're falling, you know? And there's a reason for that, because boxing rings are hard as hell. And it literally got to the point where Danny Vallow was having a match with somebody and actively got whiplash in a match. Dude, how many times has Roman Reigns gone out there, had an entire wrestling match, and then went, yep, I'm going to have to take a couple weeks off because I just got through a gigantic, terrible car crash? Never. When has there ever been an instance where somebody's been like, oh, yeah, well, you know, I can't do this because I just had to, I don't know, squat against a wall for 5 hours. Like no. There was never an instance where, first off, Danny Vallow should have gotten whiplash in the first place, but there should have never been an instance where he was wrestling in a boxing ring. So that was another reason why we left, because we were just like, dude, you're making stupid fucking decisions like that. The dumbest decision you could possibly make like that. And then finally, where we are now and why we are leaving yet again and why we already left. And it's kind of, you guys kind of already see it without me even having to talk about it. I mean, just recently they deleted every single video on the channel. They deleted every upload on the channel. And why? Because in their words, they're going to re-edit every single show to make it look better. To be completely honest with you guys, there's not much you can do when you've already trashed the editing so bad that it doesn't even look like a video. Like literally it would look like this. You see how you don't see me at all? You see how I'm just a pixelated mess? That's what it's going to look like. It's going to look exactly like this because they've re-edited and edited on top and edited on top of this footage so goddamn much that it's only going to make it look worse. So go ahead, man, do it. Do it, but it's not helping anybody. It's only hurting everybody. Even to the point that when they uploaded a recent episode of Home Invasion, and yes, guys, I've been keeping in touch. I've been looking. I've been getting updated. Even when they uploaded a recent episode of Home Invasion, one of the very first comments, after they finally decided, oh, well, I guess we can turn on the comments now. One of the first comments was, where's all the old footage? Why can't I go back and watch the old footage? Because they got rid of it all. Little shit like that is exactly why we left. Let me tell you some more about this, because there's more as to why we left. Not just that. Not only was the editing just god-awful, it was terrible, but the reason it was so bad wasn't just because of how constantly they were trying to give you, how they were constantly trying to give you a seizure with the constant flashes, how they were trying to make your eardrums blow out with the loud screaming music, how like, dude, there's so many things editing-wise that made that show trash, but the worst of the absolute possible worst was when he finally decided to start using AI. That's when things really started going downhill. Now, it started with just like a little caricature of a luscious Lou. He made like a luscious Lou out of AI. Whatever, so be it. Not that big of a deal. I could live with that. But after making this luscious Lou with AI, he then decided that in one of the intros for the shows, he was going to make an AI crowd. Okay. We needed Mr. McGee to film a segment. Something as simple as, oh, I don't know, just eating a fucking can of peas. Taking a can of peas, opening it, and eating the peas. So what did they do? They made an AI video of Mr. McGee eating peas. You are so fucking incompetent that you used AI just because you didn't want to eat a fucking can of peas? Guys, this is fucking ridiculous. Childish. That's all I could say. Look, I've tried being nothing but nice to them with this, and I will even sit here and play you the entirety of the message that I sent the owner as to why we were leaving, and you guys will even sit there and say, oh yeah, that wasn't so bad. It's dog shit. It's dog shit. The C should be, it should stand for shit, but with a C instead of an S. Dog shit wrestling. Dog chit wrestling. That's what it is. Dog chit wrestling. DCW. So we were pissed off about the fact that he was using AI. So be it, whatever, That was something that realistically we could have lived with and kept wrestling for him. It sucked, but it pissed us off. And then, Lissy, right? One half of the Talkin' Wrestling podcast made us this amazing video
for the beginning of the show. She made us this quick little video package of just some highlights from the shows with some music thrown behind it. No big deal. It was cool. It was sick. So Eclipse decides, I love that video, man. Yeah, totally. I'm going to take that video, re-edit over it, put even more bullshit special effects to give everybody seizures at home, and change the song because I don't like the song. So you took this thing that she made, wiped it clean, and made it your own. If that's not bullshit, then I don't know what is. A lot of this even is stuff that we could have looked past, right? We could have looked past all this and just been like, okay, whatever. But at the end of the day, Eclipse is somebody who we've wrestled with for almost 5 whole years now. And I could at least say that every single person I've ever wrestled with or I've trained or I've helped get better has gotten better even in the slightest. Somehow, some way, this guy just refuses to retain information. I don't know what it is. I've shown him a lockup about 15 million times. I've shown him a hammer lock and a wrist lock about 15 million times. And don't get me wrong, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, that's absolutely what you need in wrestling. This motherfucker refuses to take a suplex. Don't let him sit there and say, oh, but I like taking suplexes. I take suplexes all the time. Until I see his feet all the way the fuck in the air for a suplex, until I see him almost touching the sun with the tips of his fucking toes, I will never sit here and say that motherfucker took a suplex. Never. Bruh. Now I'm getting heated, bro. Fuck. Because it just pisses me off when everything's going right, but the same fucking people just will not let it go right, and it continues to go wrong. It's fucking annoying. Now, the final straw that broke the camel's back, the owner's son. Danny Vallow was upset over the fact that the owner used AI in his video. Danny Vallow thought that the new friend, well, not even new, but I guess new friendship that he gained with the owner's son would give him enough confidence to say, hey man, I'm tired of your dad's shitty AI bullshit. But his son did not respond in the way that Danny Vallow thought he would. No, his son responded with disrespect to Danny Vallow. We're not going to sit here and be disrespected. We're not going to sit here. You are the one who asked us to fucking help you. You are the one who begged Dylan to come back to DCW because this place has been fucking bullshit. So we're not going to sit here and be disrespected by the guy who begged for us on his hands and fucking knees to come back. Absolutely not. So at the end of the day, to make a very long story that I just told short, these two refuse to take accountability for the shit that they do. These two refuse to take accountability for all of the mistakes that they've made, and that's why we're leaving. Because we don't want to deal with it anymore. It's bullshit. We don't want to sit here and have to be the guys who have to fucking live with the DCW bullshit and constantly have to fucking stress over the shit that they should be stressing over. Because realistically, like, guys, they were never the owners. Eclipse was never the owner of DCW. That literally was, as Danny Vallow puts it, Danny Championship Wrestling. It 100% was Danny Championship Wrestling. He ran everything hook, line, and sinker. He was the one that took care of the filming. He was the one that took care of the ideas. He was the one that took care of even where we were gonna fucking wrestle. It was all him, bro. So at the end of the day, there's 1,000,001 reasons why I could sit here and say that we left DCW, but I guess this is the gist of it. We left because these two incompetent motherfuckers refuse to take accountability for what they've done. These two incompetent motherfuckers just never will get better. And until they get help, yeah, even if they were to get help, I probably wouldn't come back.
I might just call and catch a play. I might just come see you today. You ain't stuck up in my ways. I still